Look at that color, deep red, glossy, thick. Not the thin, watery tomato chutney you made 100 times. Today, Amma shows you exactly how much spice goes into every single tomato using nothing but her hands and 40 years of instinct. Stay with me. Namaskara. Tomato chutney. Every hotel makes it differently. Every home cook gets the ratio wrong. Today, Amma fixes that. Her exact technique, her exact roasting order, and one secret ingredient that changes everything. Let us begin.
New video every Tuesday and Friday. Come, let's cook.
Here is everything you need. Take a screenshot if you want. 500 grams of fully ripe red tomatoes.
For half a kg of tomato, we are using 2 medium-sized onion in this size.
Now, before we begin cooking, Amma wants to show you her technique of measuring spice. Something every beginner struggles with. How much spice goes into this much of tomatoes? Watch this closely. Out of this 500 grams, roughly about 6 to 7 tomatoes, Amma is placing just 3 in front of the camera. And beside them, 1 green chilli, 2 tomatoes to 1 green chilli, that's Amma's ratio.
Now, before you follow this exactly, remember one thing. Everyone's spice tolerance is different. Increase the chilies if you like it hotter. Always adjust to your own taste.
Now watch the red chilies. 2 red chilies for every single tomato. Amma is suggesting to use Byadgi red chilies here. For that full 500 grams, that's around 10 to 12. But here's something worth knowing. If you want the same deep red color without the heat, replace Byadgi red chili with Kashmiri red chilies. Kashmiri chilies give you almost no spice at all, but the exact same rich color. This is exactly why hotels use them when they want a chutney that looks fiery but it's mild. And 1 whole cashew nut for every single tomato. 3 tomatoes, 3 cashews. This is not the full quantity. This is just to show you the proportions. For the full 500 grams, multiply this exactly. This is Amma's techniques, not measured with a scale, but with her eyes and her hands. Built over 40 years. Now you know it too. Now slice the tomatoes. Look at this size. Slicing, not chopping into chunks, help the tomatoes break down and cook faster once they hit the pan. This step is non-optional. Do not skip it. Slice the onions in the same way. Set them both aside. All the basic preparation is done. Now let's cook the tomato chutney Amma's way. Take a heavy bottomed pan, 3 tablespoons of oil, and when the oil gets hot, add 1 teaspoon of chana dal, 1 teaspoon of urad dal. Fry on low to medium flame until they turn biscuit brown, about 30 seconds on low to medium flame. These dals are Amma's technique for building body, that smooth, creamy, slightly grainy texture after grinding. Now add half a teaspoon of cumin, that's jeera, a whole pod of garlic peeled, 3 green chilies, adjust to your spice tolerance, and a 2 sprig of curry leaves. A 10 to 12 red chilies, remember 2 per tomato. Byadgi or Kashmiri, your choice. And now 5 to 6 cashew nuts. This is optional. It adds creaminess and richness. Skip if you want. The chutney still works without it. Low flame 1 to 2 minutes. Slow and steady. This is Amma's rule for every single roast. Now add the sliced onions. Cook until soft, 2 to 3 minutes on a medium flame. Look at that biscuit brown color on every spice. This is perfectly done. Now 500 grams of
Sliced tomatoes goes in.
Then we'll add rock salt. Amma is using sea salt. Use whichever you prefer. quarter teaspoon of turmeric. Mix well. Increase the flame briefly, then bring it straight back down to low. Close the lid 10 minutes on low flame, cooking until every tomato is completely soft and mushy. After 10 minutes, open the lid. Look at that, perfectly soft, perfectly mushy. Now, Amma's secret. 1 teaspoon of jaggery powder. Let's talk about what this actually does, because this is not just a random addition. Tomatoes carries natural acidity, that sharp sour edge you taste. When tomatoes are the star of the dish, left alone, the sourness dominates. It sits on your tongue and does not let the other flavors through. Jaggery does not remove the sourness, it balances it. Think of it like this. Every flavor in this chutney is pulling in a different direction. The sourness from the tomato, the heat from the chilies, the earthiness from the roasted dal. Without jaggery, the sourness wins. It overpowers everything else. With the jaggery, just this small amount, every flavor is pulled back into balance with each other. Nothing dominates, nothing gets lost. This is Amma's technique. It rounds out the dish not to make it sweet but to make it whole. A small handful of fresh coriander leaves, mix well, and the chutney base is now ready. Now the most overlooked step in this entire recipe, and one of the Amma's most important rule. Cool the mixture completely, not warm, completely cool. 15 to 20 minutes, rest it, leave it. Let's see why this matters. Because grinding this while it's hot changes more than you expect. When you grind a hot mixture, the heat and the friction from grinding combine and continue cooking the tomatoes and spices even inside the jar. This overcooks the flavor. The bright, fresh tomato taste turns flat and dull. The spices lose their sharpness. Your chutney can turn thinner and more watery than you intended, no matter how little water you add. The deep red color you worked for can turn a duller brownish red if grounded while still hot. Cool the mixture, ground fresh. You lock in color, the texture and the sharp, balanced flavor Amma built over the last 20 minutes of cooking. Patience here is what separates a good chutney from a great one. Once cooled, it's time to grind. But before we do, Amma wants to show you something. This is a traditional stone hand grinder, the way grinding was done in Indian kitchens for generations long before mixer existed. Watch this. Amma is sitting right beside me, guiding my hand as I grind this cool tomato mixture the traditional way. Stone against stone, slow, deliberate pressure. There is something this stone grinder does that no mixer can fully replicate. The slow crushing action rather than the fast spinning blade of a mixer break down the ingredient gently. The texture that comes out is denser, richer, with that slightly different grain that clings to your idli or dosa. Amma wants to be honest with you. If you don't have a stone grinder at home, and most of us don't have anymore, use your regular mixer jar, works perfectly well. The recipe will still be delicious. Don't feel like you are missing out.
But if you ever get the chance to try it this way, even once, you'll understand why our grandmothers never wanted to give this up. Nothing replaces this taste and texture completely. The mixer gets you close, this gets you home.
For today, let's continue with the mixer so everyone watching can follow along easily. Look at that texture. This is exactly how it should look. Thick, smooth, deep red. Now the tempering, Amma's final touch. A small pan, 1 teaspoon of oil, half a teaspoon of mustard seeds, let them crackle completely. Quarter teaspoon of cumin, 1 sprig of curry leaves. When they splutter, 2 dry red chillies. Half a teaspoon of asafoetida or hingu. Do not skip this. Mix well. 10 seconds. Pour this immediately over the tomato chutney. One final mix. That's it. Amma's hotel style tomato chutney, every secret revealed today, nothing held back. Look at this color. This is what real hotel style tomato chutney looks like, made completely Amma's way and in a traditional way. Before we finish, this chutney needs a partner: idli, dosa, set dosa, or sponge dosa, or even with a white rice. Tell me in the comments what pairs best with this chutney in your home. And if there's another chutney you'll always wanted Amma to reveal, tell me that too. Your comments decide what we make next. 5 rules to always remember. 1. Amma's spice ratio: 2 tomatoes to 1 green chilli, 1 tomato to 2 red chilli, and 1 cashew nut. Adjust to your own spice tolerance. This is a starting point, not a rule. 2. Slice, do not chop. Tomatoes and onions both. Slicing helps them break down and cook faster. 3. Roast slow and low. Every spice to brisket brown. Slow and steady, never rushed. 4. Jaggery is not optional. 1 teaspoon, it doesn't sweeten the chutney, it balances everything else. 5. Cool completely before grinding, 15 to 20 minutes minimum. Grinding hot changes the flavor, the texture, and the color permanently. 5 rules, follow all 5, and you will never make a thin and flat tomato chutney ever again. That's Amma's complete hotel style tomato chutney. Make this today. Comment perfect if yours come out just like this. Comment need help if something didn't work. I will personally reply with the fix.
If you enjoyed today's recipe, please like, share and subscribe. This is Deepak Kshatriya signing off. Jai Hind, Jai Karnataka, Namaskara.